Salve, mineradores do exílio. Chegando aí para mais um vídeo. Dessa vez a gente vai dar continuidade à nossa série Contos do Exílio, né? Eu estou aqui nesse desertão de nosso Deus. É o início da jornada de muita gente aí, né? É um, né, dos pontos de spawn de início de jogo. E eu estou aqui porque hoje tem a ver com essas pedras aí, né? Que é o primeiro contato que a gente tem com os reis gigantes no início do jogo. São essas pedras, né, que são as lorestones dos reis gigantes, né? Pedras do conhecimento dos reis gigantes. E pelo que eu entendi aí, elas são pedras deixadas para um escravo, determinado escravo dos reis gigantes, né? Não fica muito claro se é o mesmo escravo, né, que viaja pelas terras do exílio em cargos diferentes, né? Uma hora ele está em um cargo, depois ele está em outro cargo, mas servindo como escravo fiel aos reis gigantes. Que dá para perceber isso, né? Que ele tem essa característica de ter a confiança dos reis gigantes. Ou se são escravos diferentes, né? Mas na mesma posição de confiança dos reis gigantes. Não fica muito claro isso, mas é bem interessante. Tem bastante história, tem muitas pedras para a gente ler. Deixa eu chamar o sol aqui. Aí tem bastante pedra para a gente ler. E diferente das pedras da Lemúria, essas pedras aqui elas não contam uma história em ordem cronológica, né? Ela narra acontecimentos de determinados locais, né? Então, vocês vão ver aqui, por exemplo, que é o início, né? A gente está aqui ó, no início do spawn, né? Tem esses 5 pontos de spawn aqui. Todas essas 5 pedras elas contam a mesma história, né? Que é sobre o limite, né? Essa aqui é uma estrada. Essa estrada aqui é o limite, a entrada, né? É o limite do território dos reis gigantes com o mundo externo, né? Então aqui é onde tudo começa, beleza? Então aqui ela segue aqui essa estradinha, né? Segue até lá na ponte, que era um dos acessos, né? Quem vinha por terra e tem o acesso de quem vinha por mar, né? Que passa pelos sentinelas aqui, beleza? Então é bem legal. Espero que vocês gostem aí da história. A gente vai conhecer muito aí um pouquinho da visão dos reis gigantes, né? A gente já conheceu aí a visão dos lemurianos, da rainha feiticeira, e hoje a gente vai conhecer a história do lado dos reis gigantes, beleza? Então, se vocês estão gostando aí, eu peço que se inscrevam, deixe seu like e solta a vinheta.
Behold, bonded one, the very boundaries of civilization. Beyond the passage of our highways lie the wild places of the world, where untamed savages make endless war upon each other. You cannot pass into the endless wastes enslaved. Your bonding prevents it. Return. Follow the road. Any road. All roads lead to the city. this, slave, that when the kings of lesser races come to pay us homage, they come along the river that winds through the heart of our lands. Their pleasure barges come, laden with tribute of gold and silver and sacrificial flesh, to pass between the sentinels, the gateway to our kingdom. As they pass into the shadows of the sentinels, the merriment stills, the supplicants tremble. Look upon our works, ye mighty, and despair. Slave, know this as the road of refuge. Your people came to us as exiles, weary and harried. When we revealed ourselves, your people fell to their knees and worshipped us. In return, we fed and clothed you. But you came in untold numbers. We could not clothe you all, nor would we offer you of our water or our land. In time, this led to conflict, eventually to war. Though it caused us grief, we were forced to dominate you. Slaves to our whim, your treacherous species will never betray us again. Slave, Warmaker Klael has ordered the sealing of the borders, including the destruction of the bridge. This is to discourage your treacherous kin from entering our lands. For hundreds of years, we have patiently welcomed your people into our lands, and our kindness was repaid with war. No more, bonded one. You will break the bridge, and as you do, think about the consequences of betrayal. Think about what your people have done to you. This temple serves as the home of the Scourge Stone, Bonded One. Here you will spend your days in service to the divine element and the one who protects it. It is a great honor to you and to all your kind that we allow such access to our most holy sites. Be thankful, slave, for the alternative is a screaming death on a bloody altar. Hold, Bonded One. For you, this path leads only to trouble. Your people dwell east of here in the swamps, but to cross the curse wall is death. Understand the wall was built to power the bracelets, to give sorcerers power when far from home. But your betrayal forced our hand. Now the wall is a barrier, and only those with permission may pass. Your kind do not have permission. You are trapped within these lands. It was our ultimate defense against the treachery of your kind. Do not go east.
The Warmaker would like to make it clear that no congress with the Northern City is allowed. The humans are considered enemies of the Triumvirate, and all contact between the city-states is severed. Any slaves caught consorting with the enemy will be summarily executed.
The arena serves the city as a place of blood sport and competition, Bonded One. Our kind are far too few to be wasted on arena battles, but your kind are as numerous as rats, and the exceptionally strong are tested here. On battle days, the great gates to the city are thrown open, and the people go forth in a great throng along the verdant valley to the gates of the arena. It is a festival, and a sacrifice to the glory of the old serpent. You are assigned to work, not to watch. There are 3 levels: the pens, the arena floor, and the gallery. Find your assigned position, slave. There is always work to be done. Behold the sands of the arena, bonded one. Here, the games of mortality are played beneath the sun and the moon. Your people are puzzling to us, slave. Once, we set a group of them to fight one another, and they sat in the sand and refused to fight, even though they knew that our retribution would be swift and merciless. Another time, one of them fought and killed a dragon single-handedly. You are spared the fighting, slave. Your job will be cleaning up what is left after the battle. Here, in the gallery, you are required to serve, bonded one. It is a great honor for you to be among the trusted servants of the Priest King. Do not do anything to draw his gaze, though it would be a great honor for you to be sacrificed on the altar of sacred Set. We would be losing a loyal servant. To provide privacy for those of our kind using the gallery, the enchantment that allows you to understand our language will be disabled while you are in the area.
Slave, by order of the Warmaker, the gladiator arena has been closed. All gladiators have been called to serve in the war effort, and the competitions have been suspended. All beasts have been penned for the duration, and all slaves working the arena are recalled to the city for reassignment. Obey and return, slave. The war requires everybody.
slave. This is the place of summoning. You are here to maintain the integrity of the circle and clean up the reagents used by the masters. The rituals that the priest king and his acolytes perform here are messy, but pay them no mind. Be watchful of your sanity. The whisperings of those who come from the outer void can have a disturbing effect on the weak-willed. Under no circumstances should you feed the one that they call the Lord of Empty Abodes. Its power waxes when it tastes the flesh of your kind. Slave. In the beginning, it was thus. The blackness of an utter void, with the cold winds of cosmic space blowing through it. We have not forgotten our origin, slave, nor the immensity of the void. Nightly, the star dreamers search the heavens for their wisdom, and at midnight, a moonbeam messenger carries the whispered dreaming back to the Warmaker, the Archivist, and the Priest King. Thus is our future read from the heavens and engraved on this earth. Your service here will bring you much honor. You have come as bidden to the heart of our empire. Behold the glory of our capital, where the triumvirate rules. Take heart, bonded one, for in time the Black Spires will come to be your home. We have made a place for your people here, and we welcome them. Take your time to wander the boulevards and admire the stonework. Your bond will warn you when you approach forbidden territory.
Behold, slave, the lake that feeds our city. The food that you eat and the water that you drink is sourced here, at the base of the mountains. The fertility of our lands is reliant upon the dam. Your people could never have constructed something of such majesty, but you are given the great honor of maintaining it. Remember your duties, slave, for the water that flows south is as precious as the gemstone that you wear on your forearms. There was a time,
Bonded One, when our peoples were linked. This aqueduct served as both highway and life source, transporting water from the high places and providing your people with safe passage into the north. No more. The borders have been sealed. The water no longer flows as it once did. The bonds of friendship have been replaced with the rhetoric of war. No more do your people cross the aqueduct, save by our orders. There was a time, Bonded One, when our peoples were linked. This aqueduct served as both highway and life source, transporting water from the high places and providing your people with safe passage into the north. No more. The borders have been sealed. The water no longer flows as it once did. The bonds of friendship have been replaced with the rhetoric of war. No more do your people cross the aqueduct, save by our orders. Water flows through our city, from untainted sources in the high places, and down through the mighty aqueducts that we built to sustain us. And the sewers carry away the waste from the city, washing it away in a torrent of pure, clean water. Slave, you have been chosen to maintain those sewers, to sweep away the debris and creatures which gather in the foul-smelling darkness. Be honored, Bonded One, and be wary. Strange things grow in the gloom of those tunnels.
Slaves, the Warmaker is issuing this decree regarding the battle north of the city. Any rumors of a new weapon unleashed by the humans is completely false. There was a natural phenomenon, a subsidence of the earth, that decimated the army before it came into contact with the enemy. The will of Set prevails, and we shall consult with the Triumvirate before we decide upon our new course of action in this war.
Do you see this place, Bonded One? It was once a haven for your people. We lived harmoniously before the great betrayal. Was it fated that our two peoples would go to war? I like to think, Bonded One, that we are wiser than that. But humankind, it seems, cannot avoid conflict, and my people do not like change. So look upon these ruins, human. Understand what once was is now gone. The war will continue until there is a victor, and the victor
will always be the one who was right all along. Bonded One, you have come to the farmlands that give sustenance to our great empire. See the bounteous crops that bloom and blossom. If you have been assigned to such duty, be glad. Your days will be spent working the earth in sunshine and light. This is a good land, fertile and giving. If you are simply passing through, Bonded One, do not despair. We have other tasks for you. This, Bonded One, is the Circle of Swords. Here is where we choose to deal with those who cannot be trusted. One need not fear betrayal at a meeting in the Circle of Swords, for no sorcery can be used in that ancient ring. It was old before our history began. But who built it, and why? I cannot answer. And who do we meet here? That knowledge is forbidden to even our most trusted human servants. Just beware, Bonded One. Those who live beneath the mountain of fire. North of here, Bonded One, is a valley. Do not approach this place too closely. There was a clashing of sorceries here in the past, and it created a disjunction. Belief can be a powerful tool that shapes the will. In this place, belief can shape the world. If enough believe it to be so, the gods themselves can manifest. This is too much for mortal minds to handle. Stay away from the disjunction, child of the bracelet. Stay safe, and serve another day. Across this bridge stands Zula. It was originally an outpost built by your people, though for what purpose we do not know. If you have been sent, Bonded One, to serve Tyros, I urge you to listen to his every word. He is the best of your kind, strong and loyal. He serves at this remote outpost, and defends us against the Lemurian incursions into our farmlands. He denies them access to our food supply. And the volcano. Always the volcano.
Yep.
You have come to the northern boundary of our kingdom. Go no further, slave, lest you run afoul of the boundary markers. Take a moment, however, to appreciate it. Out there, beyond the borders, is freedom. The freedom to suffer, the freedom to die. Remain, Bonded One. Our yoke is light, and your life is better for it.